gripping harder. You're about to break it off. You know that, no. Now you're pimping, making the decisions, pulling everybody's strings all in hand. Now you wanna hit it, swing it till you kill it. Feel the water rushing in, it's sink or swim. So kick that fin before the whole thing capsizes. Now, baby, now you're swinging from the rafters. Just one more homemade disaster. Now you're in it to win it, living like you got it.
Hey, Barbara Ryan, Jean-Marie.
Careful not to spill it, baby. When it's gone, you can't get more. None at the store. I declare war on you now. Face me, baby. Face me. Now we're swinging from the rafters. Just one more homemade disaster.
I'll be out that way soon.
Gotta quit it before you start to miss it. Sliding down a slippery slope on one skid. Better omit it
Liara.
before you get committed. Listen in the wind, it's smart. You put the horse bit.
David Davis, how you doing? Evelyn Hayes, Juan Cardenas, Tina Brown, Pam King, David Moscata, Mr. Pugh, Barbara K, how you doing? Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the Sugar Shack. I'm your host, Mr. Sugar Ray Rayford, out here in the shack. A little warm today, not too bad. Alexa, what is the temperature?
Right now, it's 86 degrees Fahrenheit.
86.
Tonight, expect a low of 55 degrees.
Whoa, a low of 55. All right.
You have a good Tuesday.
Thank you, Alexa. She's always so nice. Let me see. Darren Pugh, Donna Brown, Pam King. A lot of people here. Patrick Recobb. Patrick Recobb, how you doing, man? Great bass player. Buddy Burkett. Hey, Barry. Hey, Bonnie. Glenda, that's a.k.a. Glenda the Good Witch. Buddy Burkett is my media person. She's the owner of Magicians Media, and she take care of me media-wise. Her and my web guy, Eric Sassaman, they do a great job. I also want to say a big thank you to Eric Korn and 40 Below. We are Grammy nominated, which is amazing. Our new single, Homemade Disaster, which we just played, is been submitted for the Grammys also. So hopefully that all works out. But the single's been kicking butt. It sounds good. And actually, I think I'm supposed to be in the studio tomorrow to record part of a tribute album for Little Feat, the band Little Feat. That should be a bunch of fun. We changed things up just a little bit because Facebook is getting really sticky. I played one song, I guess, last week. That was Warner Music, the new song I want to bring to you guys, Jeanne, and they censored my entire show for the United States. So we're going to just stick with blues and Friends of the Blues until we can get all this stuff figured out. But thank you guys for being here. Mary Jo, how you doing? Let's see. I wanted to make sure. I know those guys always want a right on. All right. That was Homemade Disaster. That's the lyric video. If you saw that, you can follow the lyrics along at the bottom, which are really, really, really cool. And is great. What is this? Oh, my coffee. All right. Let's see. Today, our guest will be Miss Terrie Odabi. And I love Terrie, and she's amazing. She's an amazing person. We're going to get her up here and get her on. And then later on this evening, I'm going to drive to Los Angeles because Pam is going back to work. At least she's going to give it a shot. Thursday is her first day back. She's going in to see how she's doing and everything. Michael Mose, where's my money? Right. Barbara Ryan, I hope everything's still going great for you guys. Barbara Ryan is over there in on the coast, and she's the proprietor over there of the C Note. Great venue. You guys make sure you go over to her page, Miss Barbara Ryan. We want to try to save the C Note if we can. Try to save as many of these great venues, live music venues that have given us all so much joy over the years. Who are struggling with it a lot now. So we'll look at us, C Note, Barbara Ryan. I'll try to put something like that up a little bit later today. Victoria Jackson, hey, from Bordeaux. Now in La Rochelle. Okay. Congrats on the Grammy nomination. Well, thank you. Merci beaucoup. Good afternoon, Suga. Good afternoon, Eric Corn. I was just talking about you, man. Just talking about you. Also, I'd be remiss if I did not mention my great manager, Miss Stephanie Gonzalez, and she has been working her butt off. Christina Beer, hello, my favorite day of the week. Oh, thank you, Christina. Renata Suman, hello, Mr. Sugar. Dessous de France, mon ami de France. Big kisses from France, my friend. Okay. Heidi Lowe. Heidi, what's going on, girl? You still shaking that jelly roll, Heidi? Y'all don't know what jelly roll is. Jelly roll is the booty, baby. Wrote a song about that with my old band a long time ago. Kissy Boy called Ain't Nobody Gonna Steal My Jelly Roll. Woo! Listen, y'all, the question of the day. I was kicking around a lot of things, and I forgot, I had stopped using the question of the day, and I want to make sure I bring that back. The question of today: is it better to give or to receive? That is the question of the day. Is it better to give or to receive? Let me know your thoughts on that. We're going to talk about that off and on today. What do y'all think? Is it better to give or receive? Right on. I see. Somebody said Minneapolis. It is snowing in Minneapolis. I can't hardly get that out. Minneapolis. Let's play one by Miss Terrie Odabi. She will be our guest today. Here's one by her. Check it out. This is very social conscious. I liked it a lot. And so I thought we'd play this one.
Tiny son. All this madness, all this hate. Come on now. We gotta end this. Besides, what about love? We can't fall for the hatred. We can't stand for the lies. We can't tolerate the bigotry. These things we despise. When we look at the source, how things came to be, I challenge you to remember to have
That was Miss Terrie Odabi with Love Trumps Hate. Wow, that's pretty deep. That's a deep video, very social conscious, very relevant for today. Double entendre. Okay, let's see. Loving the do-rag sugar. It's just a skull cap, my man. Uh, love will win. Hate accomplishes nothing. Judy Beck. I wish that was true, Judy. Hate and fear accomplishes a lot. That's why it's an arsenal that a lot of people in power like to use. But love is strong. Kerry Morrison, good afternoon. Not sparkly enough. Not sparkly enough. I guess he's talking about my shirt. David Mosqueda, as a healer to give, show up and helps others in pain. That when you leave the feeling little, you leave their feeling to no pain. For me, always give it. Just as my man Drake. When I show up, he is one happy camper to see me as I am the happy to help give it. Yeah, David, you always offer great massages and also great spiritual and mental cleansing. So give, okay. Debbie Davis, I can dig it, baby. Love Trump 8. No more needs to be said about that. Right on. Bunny Burke and Sugar Ray, I want that shirt. Lisa DeForest, groovy. All right. Darren Pugh, get down and funky. Christina Beer, love the groove. Da, da, da. Got a lot of people checking in, man, from all over the place. A lot of people from France today. A few people from Canada. Theo Huff, how you doing, brother? Anyway, love Trump's hate. And we're going to get Miss Terrie Odabi up here in just a few minutes. And I love that video. And as you saw, there was a lot of our music friends and blues friends in that video, and that was really cool. She told me that she sent me an email that I was supposed to be in that video. I didn't even see it because I definitely would have liked to have been in it. I enjoyed doing the one for Rick Estrin also. That was pretty cool. This next gentleman played died on us way too soon. I slowly become good friends with him. My drummer played with him for many, many years, and I think the last time we were together was in Vienne, France, right before, probably like a few months before all this crazy that went down. Here's one by the Judge, a.k.a. Lucky Peterson, y'all. Check this out.
Play the blues every day. What my daddy left to me, can't nobody take it away, y'all. My daddy fed me the blues before I could walk, yeah. And I played the hammer organ before I could talk. Oh, yes I did. I learned the guitar at my own man knees. I didn't choose the blues, y'all. The blues chose me. Yes, it did. Daddy was lying in the hospital bed. Daddy was dying, so the doctor said. By first light, I was on my way. I drove all night, I drove all day. When I walked in, there was no
sign.
I started playing my guitar, y'all, that's been lying in my trunk for a while. I had been playing for more than 1 minute when Daddy sat up and was all wrapped up in it. His eyes were shut tight, but he was smiling from ear to ear. He waved his hand in the air when he heard that cut. He said, "That's lucky right there, cause he's the son of a blues man." Oh, yes, he is.
Lucky was one talented both folks.
Son of a blues man. I'm the son of a blues man. Ooh, I'm the son of a blues man, y'all. I'm the son of a blues man. Yes, I am. I'm the son of a blues man. 'Cause I play the blues every day, yes I do. I didn't choose the blues chose me.
So everybody looking.
I didn't choose the blues, y'all.
Choo!
I'm the son of a blues man. Yes, I am. I didn't choose the blues, y'all. The blues chose
Gone too soon, brother. Gone too
I'm the
soon.
son of a blues man. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Son of a blues man.
The judge, ladies and gentlemen, the one only, Mr. Lucky Peterson. Rest in peace. Rest in power. God bless your soul, brother.
I'm the son of a blues man.
What a talented cat, man. Like I said, just gone way too soon. And we got to spend a little time for the first time that night in Vienna, France. He and I, we had known each other or have been aware of each other for a while, but that night we got to sit down and really chop it up. I also want to say, I want to ask everyone if they would send prayers out to my friend, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eric Gales. I haven't heard how he's doing since he was in the hospital. Hopefully he's out of the hospital. He's facing the COVID. It got him down pretty bad. I know LaDonna, if I'm not mistaken, recovered, but he was still in the hospital. So you got to send prayers, some positive thoughts, good karma, whatever you do, however you do it, God, Buddha, whatever way you do it, send positivity to my brother Eric Gales. And matter of fact, to anyone that's fighting or dealing with COVID. I also want to say thank you for all the positive reinforcement and prayers you guys sent for my Pammy Pooh, who is doing really, really, really well. Like I said, I'm leaving here tonight, driving back to LA, and she's going to try to go back to work starting Thursday. It's her career. She's been in OBGYN for 42 years, a nurse for 42 years. She's a Master of Science nurse, certified nurse's midwife, and she delivered something like 6,000 babies during her time, and she loves what she does. So she's going to go back and try to get it on. So you guys wish her strength for that. I myself would rather her stay home, but one reason I married that woman is she's stronger than granite, and I like me a strong woman. I guess that's because I was raised by strong women, so I think that's the sexiest thing on the planet. I don't want no wimpy woman. Because you got to be strong if I fall down, because I'm heavy. The question of the day, y'all, is it better to give or to receive? And don't be put up by no peer pressure. You tell me how you feel about it. We got Miss Terrie Odabi backstage, and I'm going to bring her up in just a second. I want to play one more song for you guys, and hope everybody's doing well. I see everybody from all over the world. A lot of people from France today. There's a lot of people from Switzerland and Canada and all over the U.S. Jeannie O'Brien, thank you. Meta Senka from Esbjerg. Esbjerg, I think, I'm looking at the flag. I can't tell if that's Finland. Okay, that's Finland. And you maybe had to go back to my geography class. Right on. Here we go. Check this out, y'all.
fun on the blues.
Right on, Gary. Right. Thank you, brother. Well, let's see if Facebook mutes us for playing Rock Me Baby. Let's see. Beverly Guitar Watson. Ball Control, how's it doing down there in Texas, brother?
Is that all right? Rock me, baby. Rock me all night long.
Mama son, go ahead down.
Rock me, baby. Rock me all night long.
Show you right.
Now you can't rock me, baby. Down the road I go.
I like that.
Well, I want you to roll me, baby. Roll me like a wagon wheel. Oh, yeah. Roll me, baby. Roll me like a wagon wheel. Well, if you can rock me, baby, down the road I go.
We ain't gonna play the whole thing, y'all, but Beverly Guitar Watson. Beverly Guitar Watson, ladies and gentlemen. Right on. That's it. I'm gonna bring on Terrie because I want to talk to her, and we keep running out of time in other places. The show's been going way over, so let's bring her on. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The beautiful Miss Terrie Odabi.
Hey,
How are
hey.
you? Welcome to the Sugar Shack.
Hey, thank you.
Look at
Glad
you
to
looking
be
like
here.
looking like $1 million.
Hey, I had something else on, and I saw you had black and white on with your bling shirt. So look, I wanted to match you. So
All
I'm gonna
right,
put my
on.
bling on.
Stand up. Let me see that. Let me see the ensemble. Is it ensemble? Oh, I like that. Black Lives Matter. Oh, that's a cool
Yeah,
one right there. I like that.
yeah.
Right
So
on.
I'm
How
gonna
you
give
doing?
my girlfriend a shout out, Elon of Eulalia, her line, her boutique. I got the shirt from there. So
Can you say it one more time?
Elon of Eulalia.
Elon of Eulalia.
Eulalia. I'll type it in the
Eulalia.
comments. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
good,
got the
good.
shirt from her.
All right,
Yeah.
on. Right. As a matter of fact, before we even go too much further. What are your social media? Let me have your
Oh,
website, your Facebook, your Twitter, if you have it, all that stuff.
I am my website is terrieodabi.com, TERRIE dot ODABI.com.
I'm gonna put that up.
And my Twitter, I'm not on Twitter very much. I'm really a Facebook girl. So um I have a Facebook page, Terrie Odabi vocal stylist as well. You can hit me up on my private page as well. I recently purged, so I got room for some more friends.
Yeah, purging is good. Purging is
Oh,
good. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I need I don't put very much anymore on my quote unquote what they call it, the friends page. It's
uh-huh.
been at 5,000 for a long time, but I'm usually over here on the artist page now. But yeah, I need to go over there and do some pruning
Yeah.
or AKA purging. So see, I've been saying you haven't even corrected me all these years. I've been saying Terry Odabi and this Terry Odabi.
Terrie
Why did you
Odabi.
tell me? You
Well,
should have told me that.
it because most people say it like that. And so
See, do you
it's
know my real name?
I don't. I was thinking about that yesterday we were talking. I said, I don't know, what do people call you, Sugar?
Well, everyone call me Suge or Ray or whatever, but my
Suge?
real name,
Okay.
my real name is Karan.
Quran.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
Caron.
All right. I think
Yeah,
I've heard that name one other time. It's not a
it's a couple, not often. There's a few. There's a Karan Butler that played for the one of those NBA teams, and then there was uh one of my favorites. She pronounced her as Karen, but Karen Wheeler. But it was spelled Karan from one of my favorite groups, Loose Ends. Wait a minute,
Oh, really?
Terry is it Terrie?
Terrie.
Okay, so I think it's
Hmm.
just like this, like that.
Right. Oh, that's
Right
cool.
on.
Look at there.
Okay, we'll put that
And
up
then
there
I,
for a
I
little
am
bit.
on Instagram as well.
Okay.
So yeah, under Terrie Odabi as well.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, I love the video. I played your video, and uh, uh, what's that? Love Trump's
Love
hate.
trumps hate.
That was really cool. And
Thank you.
how did you put that together?
Well, it was actually in June, mid June, I think. I had written that song years ago at the Sheraton after a BMA. I was watching CNN or something, and the news just it was just weighing me down. And I thought about, why are so many people hating? What satisfaction do you get from hating? And I don't understand it, never will understand it. And the little I just said love trumps hate, and it just kind of kept resonating in my mind. And I started singing love trumps hate, and then I eventually put lyrics to it, and then just sat it down, didn't do anything with it. And after we were in quarantine, um, there's a gentleman here, Tony Lafrano, keyboard player. I've done some studio work for him before, and he said, "Well, if you ever get a song that you want to work out, let me know." So I sat and I picked out the melody on on the piano, and sung on my phone, and I sent it to him, and he was like, "This is cool." And he said, "Let's send it to Kirk, my bass player." We sent it to Kirk. Kirk put on that funky bass line.
Yeah.
And then we sent it to Demar, you know, Derek Demar. And he put the drums on there, and it just kind of evolved like that, all virtually.
Oh
Um,
wow.
all
That
virtually.
was done virtual. Wow.
It was done virtually. I did go to Kirk's studio to put the final vocal tracks on,
Yeah.
but everything else was done virtually. And I was feeling ambitious when I figured we were going to be quarantined. I upgraded my computer and bought a Mac and said I'm going to learn how to use. My goal was to learn how to use GarageBand and iMovie.
Mm-hmm.
So once the song was done, I wanted a music video, and I said I'm going to do it myself. So I did it myself.
Wow.
I,
I feel so stupid because you, Teeny, and a few other people have taught yourselves so much during this quarantine. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've done this whole since I started doing this whole Sugar Shack. I have as my media guy, not my media guy, my computer guy told me like, Ray, you know you've done very well becoming a geek because
Right.
it was a lot to learn
To do
computer wise.
this.
It's way out of my comfort
Right.
zone, but you know, and I still make mistakes, but I have to give myself props on that. I did learn how to do that much at least.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
But the
I
video was
was able.
amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I mean, there were some young people who I called, my girlfriend Tina Bazade. I call her son, my son Luke. I called Luke, before I even opened up iTunes, and he was telling me about it. And then I called my girlfriend and asked, her daughter actually, I took her downtown Oakland with me, and she kind of took some pictures of me, and I took that's the young girl dancing in the video. I took some
Okay.
video of her dancing, and the murals. It was right after the protests, and so Oakland has some incredible murals up because the businesses are closed, and so the artists went down there and just really,
Did it
really
up.
beautified the city with these murals. So I captured a lot of photographs of these murals that I included in the video. And then the rest, it was funny because I'm home alone by myself all the time, so I could do all kind of weird things. I put backdrops up on the wall and was videotaping my video, videotaping myself singing and all that stuff. It felt weird, but I think it turned out okay.
I think it turned out great. I think you did a great job. I think you got a second career. Director Odabi or producer Odabi. That's
So
pretty cool.
thank you, thank you. It was fun. It was fun. So I like I like to do more on learn to do more on GarageBand. I've been called to do some voiceover stuff and felt proud of myself. I was able to record myself and then send it in. And but I want to learn how to mix more and things like that. I have a piano that I had in storage. A friend of mine gave me an 88 key piano, and I put it up. It's up. I'm looking at it right now. Haven't been very disciplined in learning, but that's my next challenge is to at least
You know,
be a
that's
little
what
more.
Teeny did. You know,
Yeah, yeah. I
when
saw
she
the
said
interview
that,
with
I
her.
was like, "What?
Yeah.
All y'all
It's
leaving me in the dust."
well, she left me in the dust because she's saying she's doing her piano recital. I was like, ooh. That's inspiring because yeah, I got a long way to go for that, but it looks like we'll be here for a little while, so
Yeah,
might as well
yeah,
do
something else. I told Tina too. I said, I'm embarrassed, Tina. I got all these guitars right here, and for years I've been like, I told Gino or Eric and all these different musicians, guitarists I know, they be y'all got to teach me how to strum. I was waiting on them. Like, come on, give me a few chords,
it. Right,
and
right.
and then you guys are coming up. Teeny coming up playing and singing at the same time, and then you talk about playing the piano. I gotta
Ooh.
I'm about to up my game because y'all ain't gonna be leaving me in the dust.
And then I have a cajon, the drum
Okay,
cajon. Well, I
yeah.
used to play percussion anyway. My background is world music. I used to do world music.
Oh.
I used to play djembe and doumbek and junjun and some timbali and all that stuff, but I don't have
Mhm.
any percussion. And I've been doing, some duets and stuff, duos with guitar players. And I feel so bad for them because they're working so hard, they're keeping the rhythm and everything. So I said, well, let me practice on the cajon, and
It's
maybe I could start singing and playing at the same time.
it's good. It's good for those guitars to learn to play rhythm. And most of them forgot. That's good. Make them work. That's good.
Well, yeah. No, yeah, it's the guitar players. When the keyboard player is gone, they're exposed, right?
Oh yes, yes they are. I know. I ain't gonna call no names out there, ladies and gentlemen. I know some
Well,
bad guitarists that can't play rhythm to save their life.
so with that in mind, I have a gig tomorrow, and it was supposed
Okay.
to be with my guitar player Frankie G. And Frankie G's a big guy like yourself, just a
Yeah.
just a big lovable guy. And he called me yesterday and he told me he fell and hurt his leg
Mm.
and his knee, and he's not going to be able to do the gig tomorrow. So I just asked everybody to give some prayers, some prayers for Frankie G, that he heals um, fast, because I miss him already. And then in his place, I'll be playing with Greg Ron. And Greg
I
Ron
don't know.
usually
I
plays
don't know,
with Chris
Greg.
Kane. He plays with Chris
Okay.
Kane.
Okay.
So we're trying, as soon as I get off the call with you, we're gonna try to whip together, a show for tomorrow. But Greg is spectacular. He's really, really awesome. So I'm looking forward to working with him. But I'm gonna miss Frankie G. So yeah,
What it
he
is?
and he
Wait,
plays the bass too. Hmm?
did you invite this young lady,
Who?
Anika Chambers?
Who, me?
Yeah. Yeah, you. I'm looking at the background. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's
You
see if we get this to
know,
work.
there's my girl.
Hi.
We y'all ambushing her brother.
Look, yesterday I called someone else. I'm not gonna tell you who it is because someone else is
Okay.
on too. I said, y'all want to who ride Sugar Ray with me? Like who ride his show? She said she's from Canada. She's like, who ride? What's who ride?
Oh. Yeah.
She
I
said, is
bet
that
you
one of
did.
she says, is that
I
one of
know.
those Oakland
Good.
sayings?
Oh, good Lord.
Have you heard
Uh,
who ride before?
No,
oh, yes.
I'm too young.
Okay, thank you.
I'm
You too
Oh, don't
young.
give me that too young, Negro.
uh,
She too young.
Yeah,
Know what you said?
she got a young body, but she got an old
come on in.
mind.
But she from Houston. When you from Texas,
Oh,
we born old.
Our other guest is on her way.
she's
Oh Lord, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what's going to happen here, but this
what's your
whole series has been about. I wanted to do at least 5 to 6 weeks of women in the blues,
Thank you.
because I don't believe that women get the attention, the respect in the blues world that I feel that they should have. And so, I've already had Lisa Mann, and then I had Diona Greenleaf, and then I had Teeny Tucker. I
Uh-huh.
have now Miss Terrie Odabi. It looked like Anika Chambers was slid in the back door, hide, hide, hiding under the sheet in the back seat when we going through the drive-in movie. Didn't know she was in there. So
remember those days?
yes, I do.
Did you guys put a carpet over the spikes so you could drive through the exit to get in?
Oh, well,
What you
see,
know about
oh
that?
no,
What you
no,
know
no, we
about
didn't do
that?
that. No, no, my mama. I remember. You go to prison for this, there, but I remember my mama putting us in the trunk of the Impala, and then we was around the corner. All of us got in the trunk. She done cooked fried chicken. We had popcorn. We had it all. Then we drive in there, pay that $4-5 or whatever it was for the drive-in, and then we all get out and sit in the front seat or sit on the hood and watch the movies.
Yeah, yeah. And my dad used to make a cooler full of tuna fish and chicken salad sandwiches and some
Nice.
Lay's potato chips.
Oh yeah.
And we go to the drive-in, and I remember laying on the windshield like
Yep.
this.
Just chilling. But you know what?
Maybe that'll come back, right?
I was
The
gonna say
drive-in.
it's actually already, if you look it up, it's already making a comeback. It's been making a comeback even before the COVID. There's been a lot of what they call pop up. I hear in California and a few other places, we call them pop up drive-ins, and so people are literally uh doing like they own a field or somewhat, and they put up a big giant screen, and people drive in, and it was drive-ins, and it's been happening all over the country for a while now.
Right,
Because
right.
it was something romantic and cool about the drive-in.
It was. It was.
Yeah.
The
Remember
last
the little song? Let's
the
go
last
out to
movie.
concessions. Let's go
Let's
out to
go
the
out to
concession.
concessions.
Yeah.
Let's go out to concessions.
You remember that?
You say- That's what Can't Stop the Blues. They play that little tape on
Oh,
there.
do they?
I think it's on YouTube. It's the little popcorn and he's dancing.
Yeah, the popcorn. It was the popcorn and the little drink and
Nika, you
yeah,
okay?
what you doing? You all right, baby?
You making me dizzy.
I'm causing a scene. My bad. My bad.
See, we got to
Now
talk
you
about
upside down.
you. Yeah, you are.
I'm upside down. Oh.
Yeah, baby. There you
Oh,
go.
there you go.
How you doing?
I'm great, man. I just was trying to put my lashes on when you were. She said 3:30 for us, so we're a little late. So
Well, she's in Florida.
yeah,
She in Florida.
we're down
Her
here
and her husband.
In
Yeah.
Florida.
in Florida. Yeah,
Did
know,
you say Florida?
Yeah, ain't no Florida. It's Florida. See that in Florida. Old Texas style. Where you from, boy? I'm from Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be going to Florida in December.
And a few.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
gig it? You gig it, or you just going to relax?
The Bradenton Blues Festival.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you're coming over here because I'm taking you to see Henry. Henry gave me the best massage the other day in my pedicure, and I told him I'm bringing all my girlfriends to him.
Okay. I've been really nervous about stepping out. I ain't gonna lie. I'm nervous about getting on the plane. I'm nervous about I haven't girl my hooves. Whew. I had to finally do it myself. I was cracking them toenails. It was flying all over the
Baby,
room. It was like hitting stuff. Pew,
like
pew.
Myra, that Martin episode when Myra got her feet done.
That's what I did. That's what I
Came out
did.
with the
They had the what was it
The grill, the drill.
oh, the
no,
jackhammer.
the sander.
Yeah, that was it. That's what I'm holding. You had the sander and a handheld disc sander.
And Myra
Well,
oh yeah.
they weren't that bad, but my toenails were a little out of control, and I had to cut them, and they were flying all over. I could have put out an eye.
Yep. Sure, Steven was happy because Paul gets mad when my toenails grow too long. He's like, "You cut me in your sleep. You cut me."
Oh my God! No, you didn't. They have.
But I miss my manicures and my pedicures. I miss them something awful, but I'm just scared.
Well, I'm a man, and you know, I started going and getting my manicure. I don't know if y'all ever pay attention to that, but I get my manicure because I started going with Pam, so Pam wouldn't be by herself. And then I fell in love with it. So, you know, I go and get my clear gel. And it's been a while. Now, Pam make me go get my pedicure. Right. Sometimes she's like, Pam, I'm walking around and Pam like, first of all, babe, you ashy. Second of all, I'm like, what you do about ashy? She's like, I know ashy. You white. You don't know about no ashy. Like, I know ashy. You ashy.
Well, you taught her about it.
And she like, and them eagle claws that got to be done up right. I was like,
that's real.
She was bad. Real. She was bad when I went on the Blues Cruise. I ain't got my hands done, but she like, let me see your feet. I'm like, nope. I would keep the shoes on. I won't be wearing no flip-flops.
Like sleeping with a man who don't take care of their feet. Ugh, that's
okay.
disgusting.
We're gonna leave that for a whole other show.
Yeah. Well, you know, you can tell a man when he is like. He has a woman. You look at his feet.
Yeah, and his fingernails.
And they done.
And they clean underneath.
And they clean because a woman ain't gonna tolerate that. You got only a little while. That window about that big to be able to. No, we don't have to fix that window.
Yeah.
Any time for that. Zero.
What do you call it?
I have Zero tolerance for that.
Zero.
Yeah.
She said zero tolerance.
I'll
Yeah.
walk outside. I'm like, what you doing, babe? I'm gonna clip my nails. Okay. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Handle that. Handle
We got
that.
somebody else in the. We got somebody else, but the camera isn't working. I can see their name, and that's it. So
Uh-oh.
tell her we need to get a camera working, or we can't bring her on the screen.
Let me text her.
You got a lot of people here. Anita White says Kimberly Horton, hello, and all you guys. Kimberly Horton says hey. Tina Azaba.
Abaza Day.
Abbas.
And I always mess up her name. Thank you, because she's the nicest person. Tina Bazade.
She
Jennifer
told me how to
Noble.
say it. A boss a day.
A Bassa Day. My record company, 40 Below, says hello, Nika Chamber Desalores. Desalores. I'm just messing stuff up all over the place. They tried to tell me how to say it the last time, and you would think as much time I spent in France that I would be able to say a French name. But I have a hell of a time with that one.
Can I say hi to my friend Felicia? Felicia
Go ahead.
Coyote. Hi, Felicia. I miss her so much. And then there's Jennifer Noble, who has this incredible book about women in blues. So you guys
Yes, she
look up
does.
Jennifer's book. Um, she would have been a good one to have on your show, Sugar.
Jennifer Noble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I may do that. I may do that because I've known I wanted to right there. This one is Women in the Blues, or they're on the musician side. I'm gonna do another. I'm gonna do another thing, probably in December. And I want to do basically like journalists, in the blues. So I want to get Jennifer
Yeah.
Noble. I want to get Laura Carbone,
Oh yeah.
Marilyn Stringer, a few others that
Yeah.
have been around and do
Oh
things. So I'm
yeah.
just, we in lockdown, and
You
there's so much people need to know and need to see, and I felt this was a way for me to stay contacted with folks and to help my little creative juices. I mean, Eric and I are still writing. The Homemade Disaster, as everybody knows, already been submitted for the Grammys and all that, and it's
right.
been kicking butt. But we want to put out the next album, or 40 Below wants to put out the next album. I think we should slow it down a little bit because
Check
I'm
check
afraid
his
to put out
check
albums
the
during She
check
went off.
backstage.
There we go. There we go. Oh, good Lord! I'm being bum rushed for show now, y'all.
Ah, surprise! All the way from Canada.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can
I
hear you.
can. I can hear you. Can you introduce yourself to our audience, please?
My name is Donna Summers, and this
We
is
can't hear
definitely
her.
my last dance.
You guys can't hear her?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I hear her just fine. She said, "My name is Donna Summers." Wait a minute. I don't know why y'all can't hear her.
Here she goes.
Everything's on.
Okay. Look, I'm
Audience.
I'm like scrolling around like I could do something. Like I'm controlling something.
Why?
Yeah, no, there's nothing to control
Well,
when
since they
she's
can't
on.
hear me, let me talk about
So
them
let's
for a
say
minute.
hi to Anita and Kimberly.
So they can't hear me, right, Sugar
We
Ray?
can't hear you, Shakira.
No, hold on, y'all. She's
Let me
telling me
talk
something.
about them for a minute. Let
Okay,
me talk
she's gonna
about
talk about y'all for a minute. She says.
since they can't hear me, don't matter.
She's the sister that she needs supervision. She can't talk to you without us hearing it.
Right.
Why is that? Why are you? I don't know why you guys, audience, are you guys hearing this young lady?
They can
Yeah,
hear me.
the audience,
I know what I got to say about them.
the audience
Somebody
can
said
hear
I
you.
hear her.
The audience can hear you. I don't know why you and Anika can't.
That's really bizarre.
Oh, she. She had to do it to us. Of course she did.
She's
Some things don't need to
speaking
be heard.
Canadian. We can't
What a
understand.
respect, Terry. Come on.
I said,
Wait a minute, does she do a sign language, y'all? She said, "I said." Wait a minute. Anika, Terrie, hold on a second, please, madam. Would you introduce yourself to our audience?
who, me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm Shakura Saida. That's it. That's all. I'm Shakura Saida.
she's a bad mamma jamma, y'all. I got some powerhouses on the screen, and I didn't know this was going to happen. So, three beautiful, talented women, and I couldn't be more overjoyed. They done hood rider, brother. Posse on, my posse on Broadway, brother. That's what it is.
That's how we roll.
And speaking, we were talking about drive-ins before Shakura got on. Shakura just did a performance, a drive-in performance with the symphony, the Toronto Symphony. Big show.
Sold out.
Nice.
Sold out.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Outdoors. Drive through that. That's pretty cool. They had a few of those in LA. They've been trying to get me on one in LA. And my problem has been, my band is scattered across 4 states and 2 countries. But but they have a few. They have a few that they've done in Los Angeles. And so, well, ladies, now I have you guys here. I didn't know I was gonna have all y'all, but now that I got y'all, how you doing?
Well,
how your mama doing?
My mom
Everyone's
loves you.
good. You're
Talks
just
about
ready
you.
to get this election behind us and hopefully get some peace in the country. And what else we want? Just want some peace and love, and we want this type of stuff. We had our first gig Sunday. We played a gig for Paul Benjamin, Camping with the Blues, and you look out in the audience, and it was just like, finally, we're in front of a live audience, and it was weird at one point, but then at the other point, I was like, so thankful that we were so rested to do the gig. We were just so relaxed, and I was singing like I'd never sang before. But then it's like the next day, yesterday, we're just like, well, when's the next one? We want, we live for that. So,
yeah.
I can't wait till we can get back into our rhythm of touring, the rush to get to the stage, but still in that grateful mindset, just like, okay, well, we still got it. We know what it feels like.
Right.
Oh yeah,
So
that's a God-given gift. I mean, I myself, I had already planned to take time off as Pam was, battling the cancer, and I needed to be here 100%. So I had, when we came back from the blues cruise in November, I had already set the team, and I had already told the band that I was taking a few months off anyway. And then of course, by that time the COVID had started kind of, and so we were up we had been off, and then I said, all right, well, I need to do a few gigs so that the band can feed themselves and all that stuff. And so we came up north, and that was the week we went from March 5th through the 15th, did a little tour through Northern California, Portland area, and all the way up to Washington. And we were at Jazz Bones, us and Marcus Miller, and they came out, and the guy was like, he said, we're glad to have Sugar Ray here. And already it was really weird because it was a sold out show, but there was only 125 people there, so it was just starting. And this must have been March the 14th or something like that.
Yeah.
And, we literally we played 2 nights in a row. So the second night he comes out right before I get ready to start, and he's like, ladies and gentlemen, we want to let you know we love having Sugar Ray here, but this is the last show for the foreseeable future.
Wow.
I'll sit backstage like, what? And then we went way up to Walla Walla. You guys ever played up in Walla Walla?
Yeah.
And we went up there to play that Walla Walla Guitar Festival. Again, it was sold out, but the police was there, and they were like, you can only have, at that time, 200 people, they were saying. And they were charging them something like $5,000 or something like that for every person over 200. And so we were sitting back on that, and the police was there. They were like, writing the tickets, and we were just like, what is going on? And that was my last experience. That March 15th, I drove home, and we actually did one show for LA, for downtown LA Merchants Guild, a virtual show that they've been breaking up and putting in pieces. But it was strange because unlike a lot of bands, I get a lot of offers, but I always tell people my problem is that my drummer lives in Nevada, my keyboard player, guitarist live in California, and my bass player lives in Portland, my horns living in London. I say, so it's not so easy to get everybody together. I don't know if you guys experienced that. And then everybody's Wi-Fi situation is so different. So even trying to do it virtually can actually be more of a challenge than you know, fixing airlines and making sure everybody land up at the same time.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I've been afraid to actually go play. So I mean, you know, we tomorrow we're doing this thing for Little Feet. It would be the first time I've been back in the studio, and you know, I've had a few offers to go in the studio, but my thought has been like, well, you know, I love you cats, but I don't know where you guys been, and we in the studio, we in a very enclosed space, so you know,
Yeah.
but how have you guys dealt with that?
Well, I have to
mm,
say, for me, it was really, really strange. Ooh,
We got two different things going.
can they hear
is
me now?
Shakura talking? I see her
Yes,
lips
yes,
moving.
yeah. She was having some feedback there, but she got it now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. You still
Okay.
got a little feedback though.
We can't hear you, Shakira.
And what about now?
As long as everyone else can.
Yeah,
Can
do
you
you
still
have two?
hear?
You have two devices going?
No, but it's just it goes through a separate system. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. I have to say, I did this the drive-in concert, as Terry said, on Saturday, and it was the most amazing and the most frightening thing all at the same time because on the one hand, just standing on a stage is a blessing, and it's something. It almost feels like a dream, being back on a stage. But the other part of it is I can't go near the musicians. I have to remember there's a tape right next to me, to make sure I don't go over by the violinist or make sure I don't go too close to the bass player or go too close to the piano player. And everybody's there, all of the staff is there, but I want to make sure they don't touch my equipment, not because, I don't trust them, but because I don't know. And then we get this audience and they're in the cars. And while I'm singing and enjoying and loving the music and listening to the music, I would have these moments of pure euphoria. And right afterwards, I would have these moments of just sadness, utmost sadness in the middle of the song because all of a sudden I would realize I can't touch them, or they're flashing their lights at me, or they're honking at me, or they're waving their flashlights on their phones to me, but I can't touch them, I can't see them, I can't hug them, I can't dance with them, and so my emotions throughout this 60-minute concert were going like this, and I've been really trying to sort of figure out exactly how I felt about it because it really, on the one hand, I want to sing, but on the other hand, I don't want to go through that again because it's not how I don't know. People say they really enjoyed it, but for me, it left me feeling a little bit emptier. Before it
Mm,
was easier being in denial.
mhm.
You know what I mean?
We can't
I
hear
know,
you.
I know it. I know it. I know exactly what you mean. It's you know, I don't think sometimes even people that interview us, artists, musicians, whatever, I don't think they really realize the symbiotic nature of the relationship. I think they've seen it on paper, but they don't experience it like we do from the stage. And yes, playing with that symphony had to be just unbelievable. But in that situation, you know, we and I've seen you before, as well as these other three beautiful, strong women. We are the type of artists that we really like to make sure that it's all encompassed. That you know we're with the people and the people are with us,
Hmm.
and that barrier. I guess it was great to play a gig, but that barrier also put, I mean, black and white right in your face of what's going
It
on.
it it
Hmm.
it's
Yeah,
doing something
yeah.
to my heart that I can't describe.
No,
And
I feel it because I understand that, but I don't, I wouldn't know how to get that to the audience. But
yeah, and I don't think that I did. I did the best that I could do under the
Can I
circumstances.
say something to Shakura?
No,
Shakura, if you
she said no.
turn on your FaceTime,
That's so
turn on
bad.
your FaceTime and
So
put us on speaker so we could hear you. We can't
yeah.
hear you.
I am on
Anika
face.
and I can't hear you.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So do it on your phone.
Now
You know,
Because
maybe just to know that.
you look
on.
like you were saying
Okay,
something hella
so
Oh,
so
profound.
before
she was deep. It was
So
deep.
I
Ray,
know she's deep. She's
before they
deep.
get on
That's
here,
why I
they
invited
always
her.
Uh-huh.
got me on
She
FaceTime. They're
deep.
constantly bothering me.
oh, she just throwing shade on y'all.
Oh, see,
Oh, look,
that
hear
ain't
me
right.
out. I love you guys so much. You're like my bestie.
Oh,
You know,
now
spending time
she
with
wants
you is
to
one of the
say.
most
You know
valuable
something?
parts of
You
my
know
day.
what, Sugar Ray? The oddest, the oddest thing happens sometimes. When Shakura says something,
Uh-huh.
this little bird comes out of nowhere and starts flying around.
Oh God! Oh my God!
I don't know where it come from.
That's the mating
And I
call of the doodoo bird. Hey, what is-
and I have
It's
a
okay. I
feeling
catch
that
it
it's
every time.
going
I
to
catch
come
it. I
out
catch
right now.
it.
Ooh, oh, there it goes.
I catch that bird
Oh,
every single time.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have no control of the show. Please do not adjust your television set. Welcome to the Twilight Zone.
No.
So,
Can
yeah.
I say that my experience going into COVID, I am not as seasoned as the three of you, right? And I've been working for the Oakland Unified School District for 27 years. And I was doing music, where I was doing a lot of music. I managed to get a lot done. I still had a full time job. So I was blessed enough to be laid off in June 2019. So this was my first year being able to say yes to everything.
Okay.
Everything. I didn't have any limitations in my time and what I couldn't do. So I was really, really looking forward to this season, of festivals and things like that. And I had a tour scheduled with Anika in France. I was going back to Brazil. I was looking
You
forward,
you was gonna play up one of my bucket lists with me and one
in
of my bucket list
Utah.
shows.
I think
No,
Utah,
Chicago. Well, you talk about the Chicago Blues Festival.
Chicago Blues Festival, and I was going to see you in Utah too, right?
Oh yeah. Well, we in Utah.
I think
I don't
so.
know. They don't tell me. They because they know me.
Yeah, that
I,
was
I
in June.
I start worrying about it. So they usually tell me like the week of or the day of, and like, hey,
Oh,
you
okay.
flying now? Like, okay.
Yeah, well, anyway, I was looking forward to seeing a lot of you and everything. So it was I this is a time where I am committed to standing in my faith and and believing that everything is going to be all right, because we practice faith, we practice faith, we practice faith, and then when it's time to use it, we can't throw faith out the window, right? You've learned all these years, to pray, trust, and believe and all this stuff. So I'm just gonna, even though it was very disheartening, because this was my freedom year,
yeah, breakout.
my breakout year. I just have to believe it's gonna be okay.
Well,
But
let me
and
speak on
there's
that.
lessons to be taught.
Let me speak on that. I don't know if it'll help you at all, but just remember, everyone's in the same boat.
Oh yeah,
So this means that when this does open up, in a lot of ways, it's kind of good. Like I said, I was meant. I had already planned to take time off to be with Pam, but I was already mentally and physically burnt. I mean, I had done like 280 shows, and I had run to a point where as Shakira may know, maybe Anika, but Anika just a baby, but being on the road is a tough life, and I
oh,
don't know,
Anika knows.
and I don't know about most people, but the way I tour and how much I tour, I mean, it had been 18 months before I had taken a break, and I
Yeah,
was at the point where even though I absolutely love this as much as breathing, I needed a break. I
Right.
didn't expect the break to be over a year, but but you know what I'm saying, trying to say is that when we hit the ground, the cream will rise to the top, it's kind of like we actually in our genre and we needed a bit of a reset because there had been a lot of, along with those jewels as you ladies are, there had been a lot of coal that had been taking up a lot of the air and
Space.
space that
Space.
that needed to have been pushed away anyway. And so I look at it like that. I mean, I was a little uh, disappointed because I've been independent for 20 some odd years, and this was the year. I get nominated for a Grammy. I get I have the fourth largest booking agency in the world. UTA is now my booking agency. My new manages two people, me and George Benson. I mean, everything was set for me to be on the level of me,
Mm,
Fantastic Greedo, and Gary Clark Jr. That's where it was the shows that they had set up for me. But I said, well, you know what? That's good. My voice, my spirit needed a rest. Now, I would like to have had this rest without so many people being sick, losing their homes, and dying.
right.
Uh, uh, but to all musicians out there and anyone in the music business, keep doing what you do, keep writing, uh, because no matter what, it will come back. And look at it as this was a cleansing of the palate, so to speak.
Right, right.
But you're gonna be there, Mama. I was shocked from when I first met you that you wasn't there, but that it just takes time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you
You
know what, God, I believe that everything happens for a reason, and God has a plan. All those years I stayed at that job, the last 4 or 5 were very, very unsatisfying, uncomfortable. You know, because I should have quit, but when I didn't quit, God gave me that proverbial boot. To get out. So I really trust and believe everything happens for a reason. And I'm trying to use this time to, to better myself, whatever that means, to
I think
learn more
it's prep time.
bonding. These ladies right here,
Yeah,
Shakura and Anika, and so many other ladies who are blues singers, we've been supporting each other. Um, There's a feedback. That real
Yeah, we
bad.
got we got we got a loop going.
You know, we've been taking the time to network with each other, support each other,
I'm
love
a
on
mute.
each other.
Let me wait a minute. Let me see if I mute these two. Okay, now keep talking. Nika, Shakota, I got you guys muted. I'll bring you back in. I'm gonna see if that stopped the feedback. Go ahead, Terry.
Yeah, I'm finishing up and saying that it's just trying to make this time the best use of this time that we can. I already talked to you about some of the projects and stuff that I've been working on, but I really really have been supported by these ladies here, which I've gotten. Thank God for the technology, the Zoom, the FaceTime and things like that, because I've been spending more time with a lot of my sisters in blues or sister singers, than I ever spent before. So that's been something that I think is going to carry us through our life. These relationships that we built during COVID, because we don't have anything else better to do than to call each other at 1 o'clock in the morning. Anika, Shakura shuts us down at 7 o'clock. She's like, she cuts the phone off. She's like, I'm not trying to hear y'all.
ain't nobody got time for that.
But
Nobody got time for that.
yeah,
This is the time for sleep.
You know,
it's time to sleep.
Anika, that's your phone.
Oh, that's your phone, Anika.
As
So
soon as I unmuted you, there it goes.
Hold on. Let me hold on. Okay, is it gone now?
you know
Yes,
what I do? Just
it is.
put we have the
I can't hear
FaceTime on
you
so
all
we can
anymore.
hear. Oh,
It
you
was it
can't
was
hear.
it, was it your volume?
I'm gonna log out and come back in.
Okay,
Hold please.
ladies and ladies and gentlemen, as I said before, this is what I was telling Terry that I had to bring on early because 30 minutes goes by so fast. We're already 13 minutes over or 10 minutes over. But I'm gonna keep this going as long as I have them on here and as long as you guys are listening.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't want to hog all the time, but
No, that's
there
good.
have been blessings. There have been many blessings in this
I know what
time
to do.
um,
I know what to do.
that we've had. But where did Anika go? She
No,
was
I'm still
in and
here.
out.
It's Anika. She
God,
came on
God
going, I
bless
know
that
what to
child.
do. I know what to do. And then she
And,
was
But
and it went off. And it was perfect. God bless the child. It's got his own.
look,
It's got
Anika's
his
taking us
own.
through.
oh God.
Go
That's my
ahead, Terry.
favorite today.
Terry.
I can't. I've lost my focus. I don't know.
Look,
But
while
anyway,
she'll remember it. The thing that I believe about this covetousness time that we're in, along with all of the sadness and tragedy and trauma that we're going through, I believe it's a time for preparation. It's a time
hmm
for, as you said, rebooting and for pivoting and for understanding, especially as artists. I think no matter how much you've been creating as an artist, you still, most of us have still become complacent in our artistry, in our creativity. We know what works. We know what we can do. We know how to create our art. We know how to make our audiences happy or how to make ourselves happy. And that's what we've been doing because we've had to keep hustling while we do it, you know? And for once in our lives, everything stopped. And it really does make you re examine your artistry, your creativity, and think, how can I be outside of the box and how can I move myself into a place of more creativity, of more happiness, of more openness, of more authenticity. And I don't even know if Anika knows what's happening with the camera right now, girl.
I did. You were so deep. I did not want to bother you. I was just like,
I've learned zooming over, you know, the last 6 months with Anika. We're always going to get a boob shot.
We always get a boob
Always.
shot. We get a boob
yeah,
shot every
but that was just all boob. It was neck and boob. You were sure sideways, and I'm just sitting there like, Lord Jesus.
And I'm like this. Uh-oh.
And I'm like, I already brought you back on screen. So like, I can't take off now because people are like, what was that? Well,
Well,
Lord bless her with him. She got
she's
him. So
consistent. She's consistent.
yeah, she
Hey,
is. But
what
but
she
what you
gonna
were
do when
saying,
you can't hide them?
oh, you damn sure can't have him. Y'all are throwing me off. As you were saying,
No, I just,
am,
you know,
am,
I think it's a time that honestly, I look at the artist that I was up until this year, and like you, I didn't have a lot planned because I was going to be taking time off to finish my album, to figure out, how I was going to be moving that stuff forward. And the first few months, I didn't even think about my album. And I really have learned how to breathe. And the other thing I've learned is not to rush in a different way from before. Before I would not rush, but I would know that inside I was sort of like I was still timekeeping. Now it literally is, this will happen when it's supposed to happen. I have no worries about it. And I have all the confidence in the world. But in the meantime, I'm going to get myself ready. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get myself to that next place.
Right.
That means taking classes. That means studying things I might not have studied. That means redoing lyrics. That means, thinking about things in a different type of business set, and I think that's the thing that maybe a lot of us have missed because we've been
Right.
so busy trying to remain relevant is that the relevance really is here. It's our spirit, it's our soul, it's our authentic self that we're supposed to be becoming. That's supposed to be becoming more relevant, that inside,
that is like one of the greatest truisms I think I've heard since this whole thing started because you do, if you don't watch it, and I was one of those people too, you push it so hard that you sort of forget. It had been a conscious decision for me over the last three albums. If you look at my last three albums, they're all totally different. I went from a straight West Coast blues to a straight soul album with the one I did with the guys in Italy, and then I came back with Eric, and it was a bluesy, rocky Americana album. And the whole reason, and this was before the COVID, and the whole reason was I had that same epiphany that you're talking about now. One night sitting in a hotel room in Germany with food poisoning, and I was like,
Mm.
I'm not 19 anymore, and if people that know me know Ray's gonna sweat if he's sick, if he's hurting, he's gonna get on stage and do that thing because I give so much. I have so much homage and honor for the people that spend their time. I always tell people, people say money. I said money is cool. I said, but when people take time to get it out of their house, take a shower, get in their car, and drive to see you, that is the most
Yeah.
precious commodity to me in the world. So I've allowed myself at times where I should have had my butt laying down somewhere, went and pushed and pushed and pushed, and one of my brothers, my real brothers, was like, man, your voice is strong, but you're only human. At some point, either the
Yeah.
body or the
Shut it.
voice. Yeah, but it's easy for me to say that now, but like I think all you ladies here know this. It's easy to say that, but then just when you say that in your mind, those one in a lifetime gigs pop up, and then,
Can can
and then
can I
yes,
oh,
ma'am.
I wanted to add to that. Um as far as like during COVID, I know that politically we've been seeing the worst of people, but also I have seen the best of people. There early on in COVID, there was a time where I didn't have any income whatsoever and didn't know where my next, you know, dollar was going to come from. And when I tell you, people just started sending me money. I mean, a lot of people. And some people sent just the $20. And I grant you, I never told anybody. I never told anybody that I don't have an income. But that's how much the the blues audience loves us,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
I mean, one person gave me $500. People were giving me 250. People were giving me 20. And that really renewed my faith in humanity, in people. That reaffirms to me and confirms to me that we are really going to be okay. This is going to be a blip in time. It's going to pass. We're going to find each other again. We're going to find that common thread again and be able to bond and be together through music again. So, if you guys, any of you guys out there that have given to me or any musician out there, thank you. Thank you so much because it was it like I said, it renewed my faith in people, and you sustain me. You sustain me not only financially, you sustain me in love. So thank you.
Right on. And Nika, I'm gonna give you a chance, but before you say that, your mic is off for some reason. Oh, that's why. That's why. There we go. Let me just say this real fast. Say something. I can't hear you. I can see you, but I can't hear you. Before I go there, ladies and gentlemen, I want to, on that same note, I want to say, y'all, please send your prayers, your blessings, your karma. I believe in karma. That's my belief. I grew up in the church, but over the years and with everything I've been through, karma has been. I think that you get what you put out. You get that back. Please send good karma to the family of my good friend, Mr. Larry Van Loon, who passed away yesterday. Larry Van Loon, um, from the Andy T and Nick Nixon band, uh,
Mm.
passed away. We lost Shakura, and from my understanding, he had a gig that night. He had a gig that night, uh, and he had talked to someone earlier that day, uh, and he didn't show up to the gig. He had talked to someone at 3 or 4. The gig was at 7 that night. He didn't show up to the gig. They called, couldn't get a hold of him. They called at 8, couldn't get a hold of him. After the gig, they called Kathy Ballmer and Andy T to try to get his info. And Kathy called the police, and the police couldn't get in, or they wouldn't go in without permission. And they finally got a hold of his landlord and super, and they opened the door, and he had passed away. He was dead on the floor next to his bed in his gig clothes. Ready, it looked like he must have had a heart attack, sitting on the side of his bed, getting ready to go to the gig. You never know when it's your time,
No, you don't.
which is why I say that is because the one thing that I've been really bad with the COVID is I like to cook. I'm a country black man. I like to cook, and I like to eat. And I weighed myself the other day, and I'm a big man, but I'm an athletic big man. But now I'm just too damn big. So it was funny that you guys were talking about being prepared because I told myself, now the temperature is finally starting to go down a little bit here in Arizona. It's the next week I think it's not supposed to get over 99. So I said, you know what? That's it. All right. I got to get my butt back out and exercise.
You just
And Nika, when you was doing your show, yeah, that's it. That's my thing. I like to hike, and I have mountains here. So normally I'm hiking, and see the thing is when I'm on stage, I give myself a 90-minute cardio workout.
yeah,
That's me. Anybody ever seen me play?
yeah.
It's like Jane Fonda, the big black man version. But but when I'm not playing, I'm barbecuing, I'm baking. I mean, I was raised by three strong black women, my grandma and my aunts. So I can cook, I can burn. I like to cook. I got my grandkids here. That's even more reason for me to cook.
Yeah.
So y'all pray for Sugar. He got to lose this weight, get back down to fighting weight style.
Okay, we can work on it. I get that too.
I be had a heart attack trying to sing. Now, Nika, the stage is yours.
I missed who you were talking about when you.
Larry Van Loon.
Okay, so I was wondering. I love Larry so much. He always.
Sweetheart.
Ever since we did Waterfront together, when we were on that cruise in
Yep.
2014, I think it was 2013 or 2014. But he was always so warm with me, and so gonna miss him a whole lot. But to tack on to what you said, Terry, about people just blessing us during this time. In addition to our sister circle, there when my husband got sick, we were planning to do like live streams and stuff, and he got sick. So he was sick for a few months, and we had posted about it. And I kid you not, like people just came out of the woodworks. I mean, people mailed us money, like old school folks. They're like, we don't do PayPal or nothing, but what's your address? And people would send us money wrapped up in, paper towel with the
Old
note,
school.
and I'm like, you care about us so much, to make sure that we eat, and at one point we were so overwhelmed that like, I was like, babe, like, we'd be on the road. You could have been on the road and this could have happened and you probably would have died. That's what the doctors told us. But the fact is just staying grateful that, we were like not on the road and we were able to get him to the hospital quick. And then people were like, don't worry about the music, just get healthy. And, here's a little bit to carry you through the next few months or the next month. And some fans, like every month, they're like, we have you on our payroll every month to just make sure you have groceries to buy. And I'm like, really? God is like good. And the fact that we are able to use our talents and use our music to heal people, and people actually are like, you know what, that night you sang this song for me, I always said if I could give back to you, I would, and so this is my way of giving back to you to say thank you for, what you do. And that's when, we realize it is all symbiotic. It's like, okay, we're all in this together.
I think a lot of people, a lot of musicians lose that. My example for that was always BB King, and even my band gets upset to me because they know a lot of times that I've only stepped 2 hours, but it's after the show, and I'm still there 2.5 hours after the show, taking pictures and signing because it's my religion. I can't stress it enough what it means to me when people come to see you. That's why I think the virtual shows are so hard for me.
You don't even take a break.
No,
At all.
Sit on the stage
I
when the
don't.
band takes a break and talk to people. I've seen you do that.
Yeah. Well, it means a lot because I want them to know that I appreciate them being there. It's not just words. It's like, you know what, man? I don't care if it's just 20 of y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all made the commitment. People always talk about money, but time to me is way more than that. It's always meant something to me when people take time to come see you. And but I think artists forget that our fans love us. This is why I won't call their names. I've done some shows with some really big artists who, after their management saw video and whatnot, pulled me off the show. And it was because they're worried that you're going to take fans from them. And I used to be like, you know what? That is the most stupid thing that I've ever heard. Yes, I may make a new fan. That person's been your fan for 20 years. I'm not taking them from you. You're like family to them. I don't think that people understand. I don't think artists sometimes understand that. Your
What
fans
ain't for
won't-
you ain't for you.
But your fans are gonna be your fans. Just because you have somebody who's decent or whatever open for you, it just makes your show that much better. It's not like I'm gonna pull the people who spent 50, 60, $100 to come see you away from you to come see me. That's
Correct.
not gonna happen.
Yeah, that's one of the first things that I learned when I was growing up. I was mentored by really strong women who supported each other. You know, Slomi Bay, Andy Bay's sister, and Jackie Richardson up here in Canada. And I watched them and other female vocalists just support each other. They never competed. So I grew up sharing stages with women and never competing. And it was one of the first things that I knew that I wanted to get out of the IBCs. You know, I met you at the IBCs and I was blown away by because we competed at BB's together.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
completed at BB's, and I was screaming your name. You went on the second night and you said something about some asking about some kind of woman, and I screamed it louder than anybody. You know, and I knew I had to go on after you, but I didn't care. I was just like, I need to tell him I'm here. But I knew going to the IBCs, the one thing that was missing for me was this sense of not even fellowship, but this understanding that we are not competitors. We are musicians.
We're not athletes.
We're not athletes. We're not competitors. We're not losing a gig because somebody else is getting a gig. We have the ability to all be playing the gigs,
Right.
all the gigs. And that was one of the things that inspired Her Majesty, you know, down in IBCs that Terry and I started was wanting to showcase us and show that we can share a stage and there can be four black women up on stage, you know, and a couple of good looking black men and we can be on stage and we're not competing. You can actually have us all on the same festival and you will be fine. And people will enjoy every single one of us. And so people will come to see Terry and they'll hear Anika and I and Thornetta and Anita, or people will come to see Anita and they'll hear Anika and Thornetta and somebody else. You know what I mean? It's
Hmm.
never, it's not competitive. And
Right.
there's something for everyone. If I love your voices, imagine the pleasure that a audience member that doesn't sing gets out of your voice.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing that
Hmm.
I think other musicians have to get that too. We're not competing with y'all. You know, as Jill Scott says, you know, I remember that block party.
I love me,
So,
love me some Jill.
you know, Dave Chappelle's block party. Remember, she was out. A
Yes.
reporter, Erica Badu, was on stage, and he said, "Are you nervous when you hear her sing? Is it intimidating for you?" And she looked at me. She goes, "Have you heard me?" And that's how I feel about every single one of my sisters, every single one of my soul bros. Have you heard them? I can be on stage with every single one of them and I can be my true self and blow as hard as I want. And it doesn't matter because have you heard them? We're not competing. We're making
We're not
beautiful
competing.
sound, you
Well,
know?
you know that come from insecurity. I think when you're dealing with artists who are not, uh, I would say every musician, especially singers, you have to have at some point in your life, you have to have that epiphany. And you know, I had got out of music a long time. Pam pushed me back into music, but you have that epiphany, and that epiphany is I am the best me that there is in the world.
There's no other you.
And once you have that epiphany, then you don't have that fear of, you know, what my God, this person got three octaves. You know, I ain't got but two.
Be like,
Well,
Right.
be the best you. You know, I mean, exactly.
Work the hell out them two octaves.
That's it. You know, we when I was with the Managed Boys, that's how that came about too. You know, because
Right.
everyone asked me. You know, I came on with Finest Tasman, Johnny Dyer, because Bobby Jones had quit, and then me. And so, you know, Finest Tasman and Johnny Dyer, they are established bluesmen who have been around longer than I've been alive. And so people like, man, and I would be sitting on, and they would look at me and report to me like, you seem so enamored. I'm saying, listen, I'm sitting there listening to Finest Tasman. Listen to his voice. It's like pouring water out of a pitcher. It's so smooth. I'm like, I wish I could be that. I said, that's not me. I'm the bear hollering in the woods. That's me.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying what, you know, because the Managed Boys was a review. A lot of people don't understand it was a review. It was three lead singers and four guitarists in a review. That's what the whole Managed Boy thing was. That's why it changed like it did. So, you know, every time we played a show, it was like a festival within a festival.
yeah.
And so a lot of times I'd be sitting there like looking at finest, or see Johnny Diablo or Jackie Payne or you know, and I'm just sitting like, wow, I can't do that, but I can do this, you know.
And you know what I tell
But
a lot of
it's from their epiphany, though.
Yes.
young singers, who are insecure. And I used to be one of those young singers that was insecure until someone told me that, you know, we're like fruit, right? Somebody is gonna love bananas. Shakur, I
Anika's
think
the
you'll be the
banana.
banana.
No, Anika's
And
the banana. I already caught
somebody
you
may
on that
love some peaches,
one. I want to be the
No, I
banana.
right? And then
no.
somebody
You know what?
I'm gonna be the
somebody may
fruit.
love
You know what?
watermelon. I'm the
It's okay. I'm gonna
watermelon,
be
right?
avocado.
No,
I'm
Right.
the
I'm the
fruit
And
and a
watermelon.
but
vegetable.
some people love all fruits. Some people like to mix it all up and put it in a big fruit salad, and eat it all, and it all tastes good. So you can't compare. We're not comparable. We all have very distinct taste, you know. We do what we do. We're all individuals, but just because someone loves one, it doesn't mean they can't love the other.
Can't
So,
learn to love even. They might never have known how much they
right.
would enjoy somebody else. That's the other thing. And they can't learn to love. I remember being in Paris with these two. Just imagine being in Paris with these two.
Oh, I can't imagine being on the road with y'all three. Somebody, if it ever happens, I'm gonna make sure I got the bail money because somebody going to jail. That's all.
Listen, I can't even talk about it because that's a whole different show. But
Well, we laughed. First of all, I felt like I did like 1,000 sit-ups a day because we laughed so much.
so much, so much, so much. It's like being with your sisters. Like we fighting, we laughing, we crying. It's just everything all together. Twerking. Anyway, that's enough about that. But the thing that amazed me the most, there was this show in Paris, and Terrie and Anika went on first. I forgot I was there to sing because I
Oh,
sat back and just watched them. When Terrie was on, I was just like sitting there, just watching and listening and laughing and smiling. And then Anika got on, and it was the same thing, just enjoying it and into it. And then all of a sudden, I had to go on it, and I didn't want to go on because me going on means that they get less time on stage, which means I can't see them, and that to me is you always want to be surrounded by the brightest lights so that you shine just as bright, so you
Mhm.
want to shine just as bright. You don't want to be surrounded by dimwits.
no.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I mean, we all had to do that coming up. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That part of this break will wash away a bunch of that stuff because
Yeah.
when the gates open back up, we got everybody's got to compete with everybody, and I think a lot of there was a lot of fog in the music world.
Right.
Def-
I'm trying to say this without sounding evil toward anyone,
There was
but
a
there
lot
was
of
a lot
fog
of
and there was a lot of erasure.
yeah.
yes. So y'all understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Look,
you
look,
know,
look.
uh,
look.
yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
We
it.
understand.
Wait,
And
wait.
we
Mm-hmm.
understand, and we've also said the same thing. And you oftentimes wonder, well, why can't I be here and they're here? And it's like I kind of am seeing the blessing again, and like we're gonna when we ever get back out there on the road, they're gonna want the quality. They're gonna want the okay. We want Sugar Ray, we want Terrie, we want Shakira, we want Anika. We want because that's what the people are gonna want. I mean, you remember back in the '60s, the staple singers were everywhere. Sam Cooke, all of them, they were everywhere. The black artists, because this is so in our soul. It's in there. And so the people are gonna want that authenticity. That's the word I was looking for. Authenticity. They're gonna want that. So we're gonna be able to deliver. We're gonna be able
I
to deliver.
can't wait.
I can't wait for another Paris trip. Where we going? We're gonna take the train again.
No, I
We
can't.
gonna
Oh, good Lord. You three on the, oh, Lord Jesus. Help the
It
Lord.
was hard.
Help.
hey we may have to do Her Majesty plus a king.
Plus a king,
Hey,
yeah.
we definitely going to get in trouble if I'm on we going to be in trouble.
You
And
can't
one time.
handle all of this. You can't.
I can't. I can't. Hey, I'm man enough to tell you right now, I sure can't.
Yes, because
I,
Shakira barely can handle me.
Listen, I just turn. I just go. I'm gone, and I just turn around and walk away. I do. I'm not even lying. Ask him.
I have this on my mind for hours. I need
We
to tell you this. I
I mean,
need
like
to
I
tell you
can't.
this.
I just can't.
ladies,
and some of the best moments were off stage. I wish you could have been there when Anika we were in this beautiful castle like place we
In
were staying
Switzerland,
at in
yeah, at the Sierra Blues
Switzerland.
Festival.
And Anika gave Shakur and I twerk lessons
oh Lord, oh Lord.
in
But
a beautiful parlor.
It
but
was
you
in
know,
Portland.
wait,
It was,
what part of Switzerland were you in?
we were in Sierra. We were at the Sierra Blues Festival.
Okay.
Never, never be invited back for the right reasons.
Oh, they had you back, you say, but not for the right reasons. Oh, you guys, ladies, let me start. We're going to jump over here because I'm 37 minutes into the next hour already. So we're an hour 37 minutes into the show. Let me, ladies, if you would introduce yourself, start yourself, Terrie,
I'm
and give me
Terrie.
your credentials.
Oh, I'm Terrie Odabi. I'm from Oakland, California. International touring artist full time now. Hello.
Right on. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I want your socials if you can, real fast.
My socials Terrie Odabi ODABI.com. And if you want to email me, Terrie Odabi, music, no, music
She
at
making it up while she's thinking,
terrieodabi.com.
right? She just making that up. She ain't got no email.
Hush, hush. Music at terrieodabi.com if you want to email me. Um, and then also, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, but I don't use it very much. So, what?
Oh,
What did she
Miss
say
Jim,
about me?
Hold up a
Miss,
That's
car.
why you the banana.
Miss Terrie Odabi. Anika, go for it.
You should have held up a card like this.
No, Anika, no. Put that down. She's
There's
like,
got to be a story behind that, but I'm gonna
you
bring
don't
that
even know
up for
what
next
they
time.
are.
I don't either,
You
but
don't
I'm gonna bring it up for next time because everybody kind of get this look like. Okay, Anika, give me all your stats and credentials, baby.
My name is Anika Chambers from Houston, Texas. Now West Palm Beach, Florida, and Canada, whatever. They've said 5-time Blues Music Award nominee, 1-time winner last year, and got a few records out, 3 records. You can find me at anikachambers.com. Or just go on Facebook. That's the easiest way to find me. ANNIKA Chambers. Uh, if you can't handle the truth, don't add me, don't message me, because I say what I got to say. Okay? And I'm sassy.
Shakura, am I saying it right?
Yes, you are.
Now Shakur knows what who rides mean.
I still don't. I still don't know what that means.
Y'all got to learn to.
Who is riding? What is that?
No, who ride? Who ride?
Who ride?
Hello.
Who ride
Hello.
the Sugar Shack?
All right. I'm Shakura Saida. I was born in Brooklyn, New York. I live in Toronto, Canada. I am a blues music nominee, a Juno nominee, which is the Canadian equivalent of Grammy. I am the ambassador of the Cahors Blues Festival, the French Blues Society, as well as the Sierra Blues.
Did I see you in Cahors?
You saw me in Cahors, yeah.
I'm about to say, okay, I thought so. Okay. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And yeah, my socials are Shakura Saida, SHAKURASAIDA.com. Same thing on Twitter, same thing on Instagram and Facebook. I'm not on Facebook a lot, so don't send me no messages. Just send them to Terrie or Anika and let them answer for me. They know me. They know what I would say. They do.
Who does?
She's right.
Don't even ask me. Just go to them and ask them, and they'll tell you exactly what I would say. Yeah, I am a proud carrier of the "Let us all be free and let us all speak freely, but let us all be kind with our words." Card carrying woman.
Yes.
Right on. Ladies, but from the bottom of my heart, thank you for who riding the show. I really appreciate it from all of you.
Who is writing? I don't understand.
Oh God.
It depends.
Love
You
y'all.
are, Shakur. You are.
Love y'all. I love
Yeah.
y'all
It's
and
hella
appreciate
cool,
y'all.
right?
Miss Terrie Odabi, Miss Shakur, Anika, God bless y'all. Be safe. Stay strong.
Yeah.
Keep doing music. And I can't wait to see y'all on stage somewhere live again.
Thanks for sharing your time, Terry Odabi.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Oh,
much,
and
Sugar
thank
Ray.
you, Sugar Ray, for having us.
Thanks for letting us in.
It was a great show. This was really cool. So thank you for inviting everybody. I
Wait
appreciate
till we
it.
show up at your house. You gonna let us in like this too?
No, because COVID. If the COVID is going on, we shooting at you. Get out my yard. but yeah, we got. I've been meaning to have a pool party and throw a big barbecue together. I probably put some pig in the ground or something. When the COVID is over, I'm gonna do that.
I'll
All
come
right.
in my plastic bag.
Remember, we in Arizona, baby. You gonna come out that plastic bag?
Oh, y'all got the crazy heat. You know, my best friend lives there.
It's still in the 90s here, and that's cool to us.
That summer when it was
Wait,
130.
oh yeah, 132 degrees. Hey, listen,
Ooh.
let's see. I don't know what the temperature is where you are, but it's only 142 here. Watch this, Alexa. What is the temperature?
Right now, it's 92 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, so it's only 92 right
Expect
now.
a low of 55
What's
degrees.
So, no, not 45. Hey,
38.
Alexa, what is 96 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius?
38.
96 degrees
I
Fahrenheit.
lost the sound.
35.56 degrees
It's
Celsius.
35.56, and that's cool to us. Listen. We just broke a record. What was it? 3 weeks ago, we had a record of the first time in
I
Arizona
can't hear anything.
of over 100 days. You can't hear anything.
Mm-mm.
I can hear you.
I can hear you too. I can hear y'all. That's weird. Anyway, we just broke a record over 100 days above 110 degrees in a row. So,
that's
so,
no. I'll
and they
stay.
say, well, they say 110, but it was like at my house, a lot of days it was the 115, 118, whatever. All right, you guys, we be on here all during the night. I got to drive to LA. I got an 8-hour drive ahead of me. I love you all.
We love you. We'll talk to you
Be
soon.
safe. And to all those that listen tonight, thank you guys for joining in and listening. I'm Sugar Ray. This is the Sugar Shack. These are my beautiful guests. I couldn't be more honored. So, God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Love, peace.
Bye.
And remember, we didn't get
Love
to
all
it,
y'all.
but the question of the day was, is it better to give or to receive? I'll let you wrestle with that. I'll see you next week.
Give.
Yeah.
Give.
Peace, y'all.
Love trumps hate.